Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another VStream run. It's a bit late, but so I apologize. But hey, we're back with 346 Scourge, and it's a bit better than I just used to back then. So again, this is a test VStream run. We're running on a KDE Kubuntu, the KDE Ubuntu slash Kubuntu, but my flash drive isn't keeping up because it's a 16 gigabytes, and I suggest and I probably might have recommended to become 50 gigs, but I don't have it. And the other drive I had is a 64 gigs, which has a couple of files on. There's a couple of files on it, which is basically just stemmed up from my 32 gigabyte drive, which has given up the ghost. So I was planning to replicate this to a 64 gigabyte drive and start just replicate from there, but all I can see is that this probably may have its own constraints, so I might have to reinstall Kubuntu, but this time on a 64 gigabyte drive to see how it functions. So that would be not of an issue in the next VStream run, the next couple of VStream runs, hopefully. Might have to discard the 16 gigabyte Kubuntu drive and just use it for. Wait, sorry. I forgot I have this, so sorry if it's loud. But what am I saying is that, in a nutshell, I have the Kubuntu drive on a 16 gigabyte, but it's already this full that it can't even keep up with it. So I'm planning on reutilizing my 64 gigabyte drive, but just for Kubuntu installation. Most of the files that I've been gunning, I will be transferring it over to the 16 gigabyte drive. I have a 32 gigabyte drive back then, but it gave up the ghost because, read errors or whatever the hell that is. So, but anyways, that's not gonna stop us from doing all these kinds of VStream runs. So thank you so much to all the lurkers, to all the new followers, to the new chatters that will be posted on this thing, on this chat. I know it's a bit late, but let's just try to write and to see where it takes us. So let's transition out of this, and here we go. So you guys may be wondering, I'm using a tablet as a monitoring device today. It's really good. It's just low performance, but hey, it kept up with VStream quite well, and I'm really happy that it had that. So let's go to chapter 3. I titled it Mission 3 because it abides to the theme anyway. So it says new ally. I actually had these kinds of things at the end here. I wrote this off camera, which was 2 days ago. So let's go ahead and correct all the things here, because I used my Ubuntu PC to deal with that. So I would have looked back, we would have some shock. Okay, so Control X, do we have it? Okay. Let's just do spelling errors, because for some reason it doesn't even have keyboard shortcuts on this thing. So, so bad. I'm gonna take a spelling and grammar check. It's not available suggestions. Let's review. Very good. How about our Explore? Not much going on here. Very good. Anyway, it's just, I'm stunned. This thing right here, I wrote this off camera using the Ubuntu PC, which is literally Ubuntu, which is literally Ubuntu 1804 and Jamming Jellyfish. So I know not much about Linux stuff, other than the fact that I have Windows Subsystem on Linux or WSL on Windows 10. I also had a couple of runs during my past times with 1804, Bionic Beaver, which is on a virtual machine, which virtual machine files are on the Ubuntu PC, the literal Ubuntu PC that I installed, which is a Dell Inspiron P24T. The OS I used is Ubuntu 22.04.3 Jammy Jellyfish, which is pretty impressive. When invoked a swap farm. But anyway, let's just continue where we left off here. But first, we have the last time we have it. Of course, this whole letter here is just some shenanigans here that I just wrote. But what this has is the reference, the we have the we had another reference here, another dojin reference. If you guys know what a dojin is, bonus points to you. So I got surprised too. Well, wait a minute. The circumstances she had doesn't relate to a certain dojin that is spotted just about everywhere. You mean the girl in the back alley? The girl in the back alley, or Shoujo to Oraroji, is basically what happened on the last part of Mission 2, or rather Chapter 2, which is... Let's take a look at this for a bit. Which is... for some reason until the very end of it. But... I made it in such a way that this will not follow Shoujo to Uraroji's fate in that particular story, because, you know, Agent 346, the hero's job is to save people. So that's what I did in here. Anyway, a new ally, just to get this stuff in here. Yo, any news lately? Let's see what I can hit there. That's really great. Next is Darwin and I. Darwin is actually the Darwin Umpenko. Well, he's the chief and his committee where Agent 346, our hero, is designated to. So, yeah. Darwin and I headed straight back home to the house of brief about a new team member. And then immediately crashed on the sofa. I can't freaking believe what happened back there. You were saving a girl, which in turn came to the facility to help you. Yeah, I was surprised too. But wait a minute, the circumstances she had, does that relate to a certain dojin that is spotted just about everywhere? You mean the girl in the back alley? He nods. Truth is, I'm also quite aware about the story of that certainty. It's about a 6th grader who's been subdued to a lot of horrible circumstances, mentally traumatizing her in the process. I wonder if Michiko has the same circumstances as the girl in the story. So the new ally is named, I named her as Oehara Michiko. Not necessarily relates to Maiko Kutsu, which is another character, one other name that I used, but for the girl in the back alley story by AS109. But unlike what happened in the girl in the story, you intervened to save Michiko, Darwin said, fiddling with his smartphone. In that story, there were some passers-by who saw what happened, but instead of intervening, they got scared and ran away. Yep, that actually was an attention to detail here. Like, admittedly, the girl in the Shoujo to Oraroji references were being kicked in when I wrote these lines here, because from the end of chapter 2 up to this point here, I literally had the Shoujo to Uraroji, or Tigat BA circumstances plunged over to that, because I wanted to re-emphasize those kinds of things so that people will appreciate all the efforts have been put in the story, even though it's like a based off of the original concept, the original dojin, whatever the hell that is. My main focus is that I need to put this to a positive light, so that is essentially what I'm doing. So, unlike what happened in the other story, you intervene to save Michiko, fiddling with the smartphone. And this line here, but instead in that story, when some passers-by who saw what happened, but instead of intervening, they got scared and ran away. That's one of the attention to details in the chapter 1 of Shoujo to Uraroji, where, you know, there were some passers-by and the guy just kept screwing Maiko Kutsu, or the 6th grader. I'm just calling her Maiko Kutsu, or Kutsu Maiko, what the fuck that is. Maiko is her first name. But you know, in that particular scene, in that particular scenario, well, it went to afternoons. They they well he I will put it vaguely. He put something onto the girl's head, and it makes it look like a lollipop. It makes it act like she's eating a lollipop. And they did that many times, causing people to get scared and run away here without even intervening. That's one attention to detail that I noticed upon reading the story. And take note, I read the dojin many times just to emphasize what was going on here. I'm still trying to take a look at the summary of the first two chapters. The first two chapters being just the same girl, which is Maiko Kutsu, or the sixth grader. The chapters 3 and 4, probably because of Sono Tsui and Sono Yui, or whatever the hell that is, or Sono whatever the fuck that is, probably is the same girl, probably is the different girl, but the chapter 4, it has end on it, so it has 4 chapters. But that leaves the question in my head: what if those 4 chapters is the same girl? So I went ahead and ran it on Sakura on my Sumioi. Wanna check it out? That's Sakura at Sakura Sumioi 18 plus only. The thing is, when I realized those were other 4 chapters were also part of the same trope of their same title. I ranted. There were 4 chapters in the story, and if they relate to the same girl I add, then I might have to update my summary for a bit, even though I still don't know what to summarize it, because I somehow emphasize all of them but never got around to implementing that in a summary, because it's gonna be a chore, and I do have a lot of things to handle other than just this. So yeah. Okay, so damn, I felt bad for the girl already. I said that's not enough suffering from her point of view. True. After a bit of chat, though, we heard a knock on the door. We heard a doorbell ring. Oh, do I have any delivery today? Opening, there she was, a girl with short brown hair, semi-petite figure, and a bruise on her right arm. Well, short brown hair, semi-petite figure literally meant that we're talking about Maiko Kutsu in the chapter 2. But nevertheless, it's just the other thing that I just did. So anyway, let's keep on writing, I guess. Meet Darwin looked back, but went in absolute shock. Fidgeting with her hands, slowly asks, later. Okay, what else? In the living room. Alright, here we go. Oh, I'm a bit sleepy. I've been sleepy since 3 days ago because usually my work ends at 12 p.m. So about 12 a.m. here, it's just 6 a.m. in Italia, so 6 p.m. in Italia. So Lord, send help. Wait, hold on. We at Makiko, right? Makiko. Oh no, Mapichiko. All that's left is me and Michiko. Okay. Michiko, Uehara Michiko. Okay. Okay, so this is where the shit hits the fan, where she decided to Okay. We had to invoke the references here. Separate worst. Okay. Not necessarily in here, but it's some references here. Uh, oh, God. Okay, so plot memoir is a non-fiction narrative writing based on the author's personal memories. The assertions made in the work are therefore understood to be factual. Okay, so this is a great word. Okay, so Michiko was handed the memoir from someone who had the same experience as probably to get the dojin. So there's not more of this. Okay, can I meet your shower, somebody? Let me check out the V-stream. F4, F11 for some. Um, let's just do V-stream. Okay, do we have something that we can? Okay, so that's my shit. Never mind. Discover new live streamers. It's just sort stream on one. 346 cards. That's my shit. This is literally my shit. Just a short stream on Hakusho. Okay. What do you mean it's a short stream? Oh, Hershey! Hello! I forgot about your presence here. Hello, Hershey. Sorry I've been out for a bit. I'm good. I just focused on reading for a bit. I didn't even see. So sorry. I legitimately didn't know that you have it. So anyway, I hope you're good, Hershey. Oh wait, let me give you a shower for a bit. And stream after timeout. Okay. We can do meteor shower later on. So meteor shower is basically just raiding. So we're gonna raid Hakujo after the stream. So anyway, let's more of this, I guess. Did I just F12? I didn't press F12 on purpose. I almost thought I pressed F12. Jesus. Anyway, let's continue where we left off here. Let's take a look at the chat. And do with the chat. We also, she told me that she plans on launching an institution so that right. As I put back the what you want to do. Okay, so I think that will be it for the meantime. Not much that I have to out. I'm right behind the refrigerator. Right behind the fridge, dude. Anyway, it's gonna be it for the meantime. Thank you so much to Hershey and to everyone who's been chilling with this one, and also to the next line of people who will be taking a look into this VOD. So yeah, I think that's it for us here. We're gonna be Meteor Shower F11 again. Let's Meteor Shower Hakujo. So Hakujo, we're coming. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow with VTuber Horror Shop Pixel on Twitch. And of course, you know, VTuber Horror Shop Pixel plus Evertail with... Oh gosh, I'm right. And then come Saturday, another V-Stream run. with life after Marathon. But until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.